Hey everybody, Glenn here with another episode of Deviation Sports Cards. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to open up some Topps Tiffany's. So anybody that knows, I've been kind of on this junk wax kick, going back to some of the sets that I collected when I was a child. Anybody that doesn't know, Topps Tiffany is kind of a glossier, better quality cardstock that they printed a limited number of sets on for a certain number of years from Topps. And this is the 1987 baseball set. So I'd have been about 8 years old when this was out. This is kind of when I was collecting cards as a child. I think they produced 30,000 of these. So this was one of the actually more prominent ones that they did. I think 87 and 88 were the two most highly produced versions of this. But obviously getting the big names out of these are much better than their just normal set counterparts. You can see this one here. It's serial number to 10,912. You can see that the seal is complete and unbroken. There's a little bit of a rip on the box here, but I talked to the guy about that before I bought it. So, and then also the 1987 traded series. There we go. So this one also has quite a few good cards in it. So we'll probably start with this, and then we'll get into the main set shortly after there. So let me get this stuff set up here, and we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So obviously, I'm hoping to find some, high-grade copies here. Some of it I may keep, some of it I may sell. We'll see how it goes. But okay, so you can see kind of here. Get this out of here. We have these cards have like a much glossier finish on them. Let's see if I can get that light. There we go. So much glossier finish than their normal base set counterparts. And that actually looks fairly well centered, a little off left to right, maybe a little off top to bottom. But so essentially, oh, and they also have the white cardstock on the back. And then another way you can tell is, I think the regular version of these, there's like some asterisks, like right down here by the Topps chewing gum symbol that would indicate that it's not a Tiffany. But anyways, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. So we're only looking for a handful of cards out of this right here. So we're just going to go through it pretty quickly, because I don't want everybody to have to watch forever. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and set the focus here so that it doesn't keep moving in and out on you guys. There's a Doug Drabeck. Not really one of the main ones I'm looking for, but let's see. There's about 4 or 5 in here. There's a Cal Ripken Sr. Look at that. Let's see. Greg Maddux is obviously the big one I'm looking for out of here. Fred McGriff. A couple other bigger names. There's Greg Maddux right there. Speak of the devil. That's obviously a little bit off top to bottom. I'll go ahead and check it out later to see if it's worth sending in for grading. I'm going to say my gut says right off the bat the answer is no, but I will double check it anyways. Pretty cool Greg Maddux there. Okay. Oop, stick in there? No. Okay, there's Dave Cone. That's another one. Yeah, only available in the Topps traded set. So that's another one of the ones we were looking for. Then we have, let's see. I love looking at these cards. They just remind me so much of my youth. It's funny, playing with cards as a kid. Go ahead. Oop, okay, so there's Fred McGriff right there. Also looks a little off top to bottom. There's Reggie Jackson in his A's uniform. Looks like all these are off top to bottom. They're probably not going to end up with a whole lot of gradable versions out of this, unfortunately. Oh, there's Matt Williams. It's another one of the ones we were looking for. Looks like it's got a little bit of corner. It's like quite a few of these have some corner damage on them. I think that actually may have been it for this set as far as who I was looking for out of the traded set. So, I mean, the good thing about buying these sets is you pretty much, you know, you're going to get all the stars. You're going to get at least a shot. You're going to get one shot to get a gradable copy. Looks like the McGriff and the McGuire. Well, this is, yeah, this corner up here has got a ding in it, so that's not going to be gradable. But centering wise, it's one of the better of the bunch. We'll go ahead and set it aside, but go ahead and get a check for grading pile, just a sleeved up pile. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and sleeve these up while I'm at it as well, even though these are definitely not gradable copies. All right, so this was just kind of a, actually the guy was selling this as a set, so it wasn't really the meat of what I was looking for. I got a really good price for it. I'd have paid a lot more if I'd have paid for each of these sets individually, so I'm pretty satisfied with the price I got it for. And like I said, this was kind of a toss-in to a certain extent. So all right, so now we're going to get into this one. Now, I have opened one of these before. I got some decent cards out of it. It was more up around the 18,000 area when it comes to the print run. So maybe we'll get a little bit better luck in this one, with it being a little bit earlier in the print run. So we'll see. Okay, so we're just going to get going, right through it. Looking for quite a few different people out of this set. This is one of the more, I think this thing has like 790 some cards we got to go through here. So lots of cards to go through. But there are quite a few good players and decent cards to pull out of this set. So hopefully there won't be these gigantic gaps between getting some hits to look at. Okay. Oh, there's one. So there's Don Mattingly. Now there is a version of this where the copyright there underneath the Eagle's wing isn't there, and I think it's a little bit more valuable. There's Roger Clemens. Oh, there's our Bo Jackson. Unfortunately, way off top to bottom. Moyer. So a lot of these cards here right now are way off top to bottom, so that's not good. But I've seen it shift quite a bit throughout the course of a box. It's Palmeiro off top to bottom. So hopefully it won't maintain that centering problem, but unfortunately we're getting a lot of the big names right off the bat, all with bad centering. Let's see here. There's a Barry Larkin rookie card, by the way, that we just went past. Don't want to undermine that. Hall of Famer. Okay. We got Todd Worrell. Dickie-thon. The child in me wants to laugh at Dickie-thon. Owen, Henry, Giants, all these league leaders. Johnny Ray, Rick Honeycutt. So hopefully our Bonds is better centered than our Bo. Some of these are definitely sketchy. Brett Butler, Greg Pryor. There's Nolan Ryan. Unfortunately, way off top to bottom as well. So that's an unfortunate theme we got going on here. There's Ricky Henderson. That one's not off as bad as the other ones have been. Harold Baines, way off. Dave Conception, way off. Yout, way off. Hopefully it it clears up somewhere through this box, or it's just going to be a whole bunch of bad centering top to bottom, which would really kind of suck. Winfield, there's Ryan Sandberg, way off top to bottom. Ozzie Smith, way off top to bottom. Willie Randolph, a little bit better, getting a little bit better there. Okay, card stuff. Felt like there was something sticking together there. There's Jose Canseco, way off top to bottom. Eric Davis, way off top. Ooh, God, that's got a nasty corner on it. Yeesh. That's unfortunate. There's one of the better cards out of the set, too. Unfortunately, pretty damaged there. Corey Schneider is one of my favorite players as a kid. Rooting for the tribe. It'll always be the Indians to me. Lou Whitaker, common name from back then. Oh, there's McGuire. Oh, that one's better. That one's worth taking a second look at, for sure. Bobby B. Oh, corner's dinged up on that one, too. Yeesh. Some of these corners got knocked around pretty bad. Andres Galarraga. Pete Incavlia. There's our Bonds. Of course, the corner on that's dinged up and it's off center as hell. I got a couple corners nicked up on that. Yeah, that corner down there is actually like cut bad or something. So that's really unfortunate. The Bonds, definitely not gradable. That's a shame. But we still got lots of other opportunities. There's a Will Clark, one of the better cards in the set. Unfortunately, way off top to bottom. Kevin Mitchell with a dinged up corner. So these corners definitely took more of a hit than the last box I opened up. Wally Joyner. That's about it there. That's always the thing you take. I mean, these cards were so prone to being, centering is just one of the biggest problems with these cards back in the day. There's an Ozzie Smith All-Star, Jim Rice All-Star. Actually looked pretty good. Set those aside. Let's see. A Wade Boggs All-Star. Also looks fairly good. Gary Carter. Tony Gwynn All-Star. Tony La Russa. There's a Roger Clemens All-Star. All-Star cards don't seem like they were as popular out of this set as some of the other cards were, but the centering is definitely cleaning up as we get further into this, so that's a good thing. Unfortunately, we're past some of the major hits. Dave Magadan, Lance Parrish All-Star, but there's still quite a few good ones in here. There's a Ruben Sierra record breaker. Cal Ripken All-Star. That one's way off top to bottom. So I no more than get it out of my damn mouth, and we're back to the bad top to bottom centering, which sucks. Let's see here. We still got quite a few people though that haven't. Oh, there's a. Oh man, that's off way. I might have considered that just because I'm a Brownie fan. Mike Smith All-Star, not looking too bad. Kirby Puckett All-Star. Looks pretty good. All the All-Star cards look pretty good in this one. I assume they're probably cut from the same sheet. So that one center, they're kind of all centered. Strawberry. Okay. Pat Corrales. Dwight Evans. Don Schultz. B.J. Surhoff rookie. Bobby Thigpen. There's a Chuck Finley. Dave Rigetti. Otis Nixon. We used to always play this game when I was a kid with these cards, where you'd like pick your team and you'd have dice. There's a nice Cal Ripken off top to bottom. It's like everything else in this box, clearly. But anyways, you roll dice, and for each dice roll that you did, there's an Eddie Murray, a little off the opposite direction, actually. And it would basically, whatever you rolled would be an indicator of, like whether you got a single, a double, a triple, whatever it might be. And then you'd kind of move your cards around and see who could score the most runs within a certain period of time. Fernando Valenzuela looks pretty good. Nice looking Kirk Gibson there as well. I don't think he's really one of the bigger cards out of this, but anyways, I used to use this exact set of cards to do that when I was a kid, and obviously as a result of that, they're not in very good condition. But you know, it is what it is when you're a kid. You don't really know, you know what I mean? You don't think about that kind of stuff. You're just trying to have fun. So, let's see. We still got quite a few potential hits coming out of here. Centering looks now like it's off top to bottom. The other direction. Drug Drebeck, definitely heavy on the top. Or I'm sorry, heavy on the bottom. In that case, there's John Crook, heavy on the bottom. John Crook. Let's see here. Ruben Sierra, thick on the bottom. So we've now gone the complete opposite direction. But top to bottom centering is absolutely killing us out of this set. For sure. And everything except the All-Stars. The All-Star cards are looking pretty good. We got a few nice ones in the middle there that didn't quite have that bad a centering. Okay. Knowles, Palmer, Lou Piniella. Actually looks pretty well centered. I don't know how much that's really worth, but Carmen Castillo from the old Indians, Bobby Valentine, old manager. Oh, looks like we got a switch in direction here. Mickey Tettleton, Tom Wallace. Wow, gotta hit a. There's Pete Rose manager card. Actually, yeah, we still haven't seen the regular Pete Rose come out of here yet, so that one's still hiding around in here somewhere. It's another one of the better cards to find. Good old Pete Rose still getting denied Hall of Fame access, unfortunately. A lot of people are in the Tommy Lasorda in baseball, with all the steroid era people still, you know, being held out and all that. Lance Parrish, not bad, but centering is terrible. Come on, where are all the other guys at? There's Jim Leland, off thick on the top again. Man, if centering would have been better on this, it could have been a killer set, but unfortunately centering is not what I was hoping for. But we still got, like I said, we still got quite a few. There's a Darryl Strawberry. Actually, centering looks fairly decent on that. It's probably actually a little bit thick left to right. Jim Rice, another good one. Tim Raines, another good one. Oh, there we go. There's a Wade Boggs. Probably thick a little bit on the right, but we'll take an extra look at it. Reggie Jackson in his A's uniform. That one's definitely off left to right. So I think Reggie may have changed teams that year. There's Bert Blyleven. I think that was actually Reggie Jackson's last year that he played, if I'm not mistaken. Sean Dunston. Yeah, we still haven't seen a George Brett come out of here yet. I know he's hiding in here somewhere. Ryan Sandberg, I don't think we've seen him yet. Maybe we have. A couple old Cubbies. Yeah, there's George Brett. And that one actually looks really nicely centered. There's Dwight Gooden. Don't forget about Doc Gooden. That one looks like it's in pretty good shape too. Maybe a little rough edge, unfortunately, but we'll see. Still haven't seen that Rose base card. Still hiding around in here somewhere. Dave Righetti. Getting close to the end here, guys. Maybe 3 more stacks and we'll be through it. So hopefully there's still a couple that we haven't seen yet. It's Oral Hershiser. So it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Gary Carter. Let's take a look at that one. Maybe a little off top to bottom there from what I could tell. Andre Dawson. There's Mattingly. It's another big one. A little bit off. There's Tony Gwynn. Another one. Brooke Jacoby. Willie Upshaw. Alfredo Griffin. Okay, Cecil Fielder. Not a huge one, but oh, there's Mike Schmidt. Looks off top to bottom, but I'll take a look at it. There's Dale Murphy. Another one, big toward the end of his career. Candy Maldonado. I always like saying that name. Maldonado. Sid Fernandez. There's Sid Bream. I think that's a rookie card, maybe. Paul Molitor. Oh, it looks nicely centered as well. Also, I don't think one of the better cards in the set, but Molitor was a great player. All right, last stat, guys. Our Pete Rose, at a minimum, has to be in here somewhere, because I have not seen him yet. There's Brett Saberhagen. Len Dykstra, another common name from back. These ones here are really nicely centered. There's a Rich Goose Gossage, Keith Hernandez, Joe Carter. You know, I might take a look at that one just because Joe Carter was one of my favorite players, being an Indians fan back in the day. I know he ended up having his heyday with the Blue Jays, but it's an Indian nonetheless. Okay, oh, there's Tom Seaver, another one that we hadn't seen yet. Looks pretty good. Oh, Clemens. There's Clemens, another one getting held out of the Hall of Fame, but that one looks in really good shape as well. Come on, Rose, where the heck you at? There's only a few more cards left. Did I miss? There it is. Pete Rose, right at the end. Like 3 from the end, 4 from the end. Looks like it's in pretty good shape too, so we'll take a closer look at that. Julio Franco, another Indian that I liked back in the day. And Ozzie Guillen and Larry McWilliams. So there you have it, guys. That's the whole set. All like 800 frickin' some cards of it. So we got, unfortunately, I'd say this stack is a stack here that we probably will not be able to get graded. Guillen, Dykstra, Saberhagen. You know, we got a lot of big names over in here. Unfortunately, where the cards were not in the greatest of condition, Ripken, Joyner, Will Clark, Bonds, Eric Davis, Canseco, oh, there it was Sandberg, Yout, Nolan Ryan, Barry Larkin, Palmeiro, Bo Jackson. So the big hitters, unfortunately, are not grade worthy, but we did also get a pretty decent stack of ones that I'm going to take an extra look at that I think may be gradable. You know, some of these for sentimental purposes, and others, you know, Rose, Clemens, Seaver, Hernandez, Gossage, Bream, Murphy, Schmidt, Gwynn, Mattingly, Carter, Gooden, Brett, Boggs, Rice, Strawberry, Valenzuela, Murray, lots of all-stars that were pretty good, McGuire, Ricky Henderson. So quite a few that, you know, could end up being in really good shape. And like I said, these Tiffany's are a lot more sought after, a lot harder to get. So if you can get, you know, a 10 grade on these, there's a much bigger premium on them. And like I said, some of these I'll probably get graded and keep regardless, just for sake of nostalgia. But I think that was fun. So like I said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you give me a like on YouTube. Trying to get that keep that channel growing. It's been going pretty well here recently. You know, I'm up over 200 subscribers now. So obviously that 250 mark is the next big one in my sights. But I appreciate you guys watching, all the support you give me, and I hope to see you next time. Like I said, I have a 88 set coming, so I'll be putting a video up of that fairly soon as well. An 88 Tiffany set. That's got quite a few nice cards in it as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you next time.